Good morning, Bobcat community. I just wanted to reach out to you guys if you were unable to attend Coffee with the Principals this morning and go over some different aspects and things that you can expect coming into this week as we switch from all being remote learners to having a mixture of some in-person and some remote. So when we're looking at arrival and dismissal, just be aware that we do only have 3 options for that this year. You'll either come through in the car rider line and get out there, and you'll be met by staff, and we'll have staff everywhere the first day of school, and we'll all be in our McCoy t-shirts. So if your scholar gets confused by anything, just tell them look for someone in a McCoy shirt and ask them a question. But they can come through the car lane, and we'll help them out as we always have, and then direct them towards their entry point. So if you came to meet the teacher or your child's come up for assessments, they'll be entering their grade level hallways or their designated hallway that way, and we'll have additional staff at each of those points. They could also be walker slash bike riders, and they'll just come up as they always have, and we're just going to ask that parents stop back by the large tree and not come any further onto campus, as we do have a closed campus this year. And then bus riders will just exit as they always have and go into their grade level hallway doors. I know it's very strange to have a closed campus, but this is something district-wide that's happening, and that's just to try to keep our scholars safe, to limit the amount of people that they're exposed to and the amount of congregation of people on our campus. So know that if you've been at McCoy before, that's very similar to what it looks like when we have state testing, is we're not allowed to have any visitors in the building, and that will be the case until we get told by the district or the county that it's safe to have visitors back in the building. So in the event that you do need to pick up your scholar early from school, just make sure that you have your driver's license ready and that you come up through the car lane and just call the office and let them know, and someone will come out and meet you and get your driver's license and make sure that you are on the contact list to pick up your scholar, and then we'll have them all signed out and bring them right out to your car curbside. Also, just some things that are slightly different this year as we're looking at our students who are returning in person on Thursday. They will need to bring their device, whether that is their Chromebook for 2nd through 5th grade, or if they have an iPad for K1, they'll need to bring those with them daily, as well as a mask to wear. And then also we will be providing them lanyards to use at school that are color-coded by their grade levels for them to be able to clip their masks on when not in use, and it'll hold a little card that has their name and barcode on it, so that when they need to buy lunch or check out a library book, that they're not having to use the pin pad after each other, that they'll just be able to scan their cards. We're also going to need kids to bring their water bottles every day. We will have some cups in case kids forget for them to get water, but we won't be using the water fountains, as we don't want kids putting their mouths on the water fountains after each other. But we have the water bottle fillers, so there will be still plenty of opportunities for kids to have water and drink water throughout the day. We just won't be doing it traditionally through a water fountain. And then as we look at our remote learning, how you can expect that, some things will stay the same and some things will change as our teachers move from doing all remote learning to doing a mixture of in-person and remote. You just need to know that you won't have the same access to the teachers throughout the day as you have in this first 3 weeks, as they will be with children at that time. I really wanted you guys to understand why we chose to have teachers do remote and in-person. Some of that is just to the number of students we have request remote learning and in-person learning and staffing needs. But a lot of that is because we really think it's important, the bond that our students have with their teachers, and that we wanted them to have the same teacher to the greatest extent possible throughout the year, so that they could really have those relationships. And if we had solely remote learning teachers and in-person teachers every 9 weeks, when kids would change their selection, then potentially their teacher would have to change. So for the most part, we have our staff doing both remote and in-person, so that your scholar can really build that bond with their teacher and have a McCoy teacher for the whole school year. We still will have our morning meetings that your scholar, whether in person or remote, would have access to, and that will be a point in the day where they can all engage together, share some good things, and visit with their teacher. And then they'll continue to have their small group meetings That will be 1 to 2 times a week, depending on your scholar and their needs and their teacher's schedule. And the teachers will be reaching out to you guys after they get a good feel of where all the kids will best be served and get you your new times for small groups. And we ask that you just extend us some grace during this time, as this is new and we are asking a lot of our teachers, and they're having to learn how to juggle how to be remote and in-person teachers. So if you'll just extend us some grace as we get some of the kinks worked out when we get going, and just know that we love your kids and we're here to help them in every way we can. And then just wanted to make you aware that we do have a PTA meeting tonight, and encourage you to join our PTA, as they're a great partnership with us and offer wonderful things for our scholars and teachers here at McCoy. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and we are so looking forward to your scholars being back on campus, or if we continue to see them virtually, but we just can't wait to continue to see all their lovely faces. Hope you have a great week. Bye.